Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Jill here with North Texas Vegetable Gardening, canning recipes, a little bit of everything. It's 9:35 in the morning and it's already brutally hot out here. But a couple of things are going to happen this week that's going to bring us some relief. And so I've been really thinking about all my planting space and understanding that I don't want to waste anything this year. So in this raised bed right here, where I put some bush beans in about a month or so back, you can see they seem to be doing pretty good in there, and we're keeping them shaded. I think I'm going to put 2 rows of carrots in here, and of course I'm also going to grow carrots in the high tunnel. I'm going to try to grow everywhere I can, guys, and so I don't want to waste this space. Let me show you what's in there. As you can see, I have enough room for 2 rows of carrots in there, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. So, what I've done this morning is I've gone in and put some compost in there. I'm going to mix it in real good, and then I'm going to wet it down because it's completely dry. And then I'm going to sow 2 rows of carrot seeds, and I'll show you how I'm going to do that. I wanted to put my babies in there. I had a special request to show some of the dogs. That's Hank over there. Hank came to us last year on Labor Day. He just showed up in the backyard, terribly emaciated. And so it's almost his year birthday with Mom and Dad here. He is a fantastic dog. If you get a chance, go look at that video. It is such a heartwarming video, and to see him now, how he is, and such a great watchdog, and he watches over our grandson, and he watches over us, and he just really takes care of the property. And then this is Miss Bear, my big German Shepherd. She is about 1.5 years old. She's the baby, and I love the baby. I love all of them, but she's my special baby, and I'm sorry. I know you're not supposed to have partials, but I just love this dog. German Shepherds are some of the best dogs in the world, but you know what? Hank is a completely awesome dog as well. These babies stay out here with Mama only in the early morning hours because it just gets too hot for them, guys. So the cold front that we're going to get this week is going to drop us down tomorrow, believe it or not, to 69 degrees and only 91 for the high, and we are so looking forward to it. So that's going to help a couple of things. Looky here, my tomato plants that were in that raised bed in front that were doing terribly are starting to rebound up here. We have insulated them with some of that mushroom compost, and my pepper plants are looking so much better. And again, we are in mid-August. I have probably about 8 weeks before our first freeze or frost. So I really think, guys, that I'm going to pull this out. I'm hoping and praying that we are. There goes Hank, good old watchdog. But anyway, again, if it looks like we're going to get a freeze or a frost, we will cover this raised bed with some plastic, and I have some heating coil that I put in there to try to keep these babies going as long as I can. But what's going to happen with that cold front this week, as you can see, I have a couple of buds on here, and tomato plants usually quit producing flowers when it gets above 78 degrees at night, and boy, have we been above 78 degrees at night. So, but this week, we are only going to be between 70 and 73. So I'm hoping that with the mushroom compost and the fertilization and us protecting them, that we're going to get some buds and maybe some tomatoes before the year ends. Boy, wouldn't that be fantastic. So here's the carrots that I plan on growing, guys, and sowing today. It is the Nanette Scarlet. They get about 6 to 7 inches long, and again, I put a lot of thought as to what I wanted to put in this raised bed, in this space that I have, because I want the biggest bang for my buck in nutrition. And so I'm going with carrots because I think I can grow my lettuces and my spinach and all that good stuff in my high tunnel, but I want to go ahead and get some carrots in here, and I'm also going to plant some carrots in the high tunnel too. But I think I can keep this moist. My husband has an irrigation system out here, and then we have the shade cloth that I'll roll down over it to keep it damp. And that mushroom compost, one of the great things about it is it holds moisture. So I think I'm going to do okay with this, going ahead and planting these now. Okay, to get started, carrots like a very airy, damp soil, so I've watered everything down. Whew. See those, guys? You know what those are? Those are baby grasshoppers. We need to pay very close attention to those because these have invaded Africa, and looks like I might have an issue to deal with sometime next year. But that's another reason why the high tunnel might be good for us, is because we will be able to kind of keep them off the plants, and we have come up with a couple of ways, and we'll show you those later. when we get it going to keep the grasshoppers out of the high tunnel. We had a bad year one year with them, and they devoured everything. They devoured even leaves off our trees, which was so very strange. So carrots like to be on top of the soil. You do not need to put them deep. So we're gonna start, and we're just gonna add them on top of this soil, and then I'm gonna come back over it and water it down really good. What I'll do after this is I will gently rake this in, and even me stepping on it's going to help push these seeds down just deep enough to get them to germinate. So you can see that was pretty quick. Let's go ahead and get these pushed in. Yeah, this is hillbilly gardening. We'll walk up this row here. So now I'm going to get my rake, and I'm just going to gently rake over and then water them down really good. Again, that mushroom compost will keep it damp and moist a lot longer than just regular soil will. All right, I've got them sowed in there. I've got them wet down real good. I'll come out several times a day and keep them damp and moist. And again, I think that mushroom compost is going to help a lot. I'm also going to have my husband put his irrigation line in there. We have it on the green beans here, but he pulled it out when other things weren't growing, so now he just needs to run his tube. And he did a great video on that, guys. Go check it out, and it was very cost efficient. But anyway, you can see everything's looking really damp, really moist, and I'm debating on whether to pull this other side of this shade cloth down right yet. Since we're going to have some cooler temperatures this year, and carrots do like the full sun, I'm going to go ahead, probably leave it up, but if it looks like it's going to heat back up, I'm going to pull it down to give them some shade. And again, we've got about 8 to 10 weeks before our first frost, our first freeze. And we're praying, guys. We're praying that these come up and that we can keep them. And if I have to, if it looks like they're not going to be ready before the first frost or the first freeze, I'll do exactly what I'm going to do on that raised bed up there with the tomatoes and peppers in it, and I'll put some plastic over it and make it a mini greenhouse to try to keep things going. So again, get your seeds on order, get some stuff in the ground now, and let's just grow together. And just please understand that everything we're doing is kind of an experiment to see what we can do in the years to come. So grow with us, and I want to ask some of my viewers this. Since you saw the grasshoppers in there, we have some diatomaceous earth and some neem oil. I sometimes shy away from the diatomaceous earth because we love our ladybugs, and it tends to get them too. And so it's real hard for me to put anything like that in my garden because I want to try to keep things as natural as I can and keep our ladybugs around. But let me know about your views on neem oil, and let's talk about whether maybe I need to come out here and spray occasionally with some of that to make sure they stay out of here. It could be a devastating time next year. So anyway, thank you for watching. We ask that you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. We got lots of great things going on, lots of learning new things. For those of you especially in North Texas, we have the high tunnel coming in, and we're going to be doing some different things, especially in these raised beds in the months to come. So also hit that little bell, and you'll know when I post a new video. I just got in the pool because it is hot, guys, and honestly, I don't know how some of you do it without getting in the pool in these days right now with this terrible, terrible oppressive heat. But we do have relief coming. Take care. God bless. We love you all. Praying for you all, and we will see you soon.